Hi, it's Nikki here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be doing a flip through of this gentleman. 6 months since I finished the sketchbook to now, but it's fine, we're here now. I haven't actually looked at this sketchbook really since I finished it, apart from to do like a few TikTok videos of like a few pages of it, so yeah, this is going to be as new to me as it is to you, so that's fun. I'm really out of the habit of speaking to the camera, so sorry about that. Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it and I'll see you at the end, I guess. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a precarious setup and I'm more than slightly concerned that I'm gonna knock the tripod over at least once during this, but hey ho, we make the best with what we've got. So this is a front cover. I mean, this is a thick boy. Mine usually end up getting pretty thick. So yeah, I started this guy in November 2020. So that was probably second lockdown. And finished him in August of last year. So he lasted quite a while actually. You'd think something this small wouldn't last me that long, but I was slow. Little sticker tour here. Mine. This is Sonia Stegman. This one is Punky Pins, which is like a company that mostly sells pin badges and stickers. They're not like a single person. This I got free with a 3D printed skull that I got for my brother's girlfriend for Christmas, and I thought it was really cute. I really like skulls, so. And this is my friend Hannah's, aka White Rabbit Black Cat. I love her little pigeons, they're so cute. And then on the back we've got the standard freebie apple sticker and another one of mine, so there you go. So let's get into this guy. So this is the first spread. This was a cute little envelope that came with like a birthday card from Colin's grandparents, and I just kept it to store paper in because it's nice to have just loose paper in my sketchbook, I find. Yeah, I drew these little bears, super cute. This was the first time in ages that I'd used blue or like just cold colours in general, so I was really out of my comfort zone, but I really liked how it turned out, and I made this guy into a sticker. So if you like him, you can buy him. This is actually the point, I think this might have been the point where I first started doing like the little doodles on the outside of drawings. It was ages ago, so I don't really remember, but I feel like this was when I first started doing this. Hate the spread, just dislike very much. I wanted to do some fan art, I wanted to do Kira from Cardcaptor Sakura, and then I wanted to do Luna from Sailor Moon, and they just looked awful. Like Kira doesn't look so bad, but Luna looks horrendous. Like I actually really struggle to draw cats, which leads us very well to the next page where I tried to draw cats and they just look shit. So if you are wondering, by the way, which paints I use gouache. A lot of people think I use watercolor. I don't. I use gouache. I use a mixture of this guy, Holbein, gouache, and then I use this brand as well, which is Reeves, I think. And this is when I first got started with gouache. I just got I think it was a 24 set of this brand, and they were cheap as chips, and they're actually pretty decent quality. So I would say if you're starting out with gouache, I would recommend just getting a couple of the Holbein. But if you want like a full set of colours, these are really cheap and they're pretty decent, so they'll get you by until you know, once you run out of one, then you can buy a more expensive brand, and I just find it works out a bit cheaper. And then for my white, I use good old Windsor and Newton. So then for my pencils, I just use Faber Castell Polychromos pencils. These are, I guess, the UK equivalent to like Prismacolor. You can't get Prismacolor here. Well, you can't get them without getting them off Amazon. I don't really like buying things off Amazon, so I just use Polychromos and they work fine. So there you go. Okay, so this was Christmas 2020. This was my, I also hate this spread. These are just my thumbnails for the Christmas cards that I made. just testing out the colours and stuff, and yeah. Okay, so these are really, I really like these drawings actually. So I made them using these pens. These are Pentel Colorbrush pens. Yeah, you can get them in all different colours, and you can get them in black and grey tones, and they're just really nice. They've got a lovely sort of brush tip. And yeah, they are in fact refillable if you Google it. So I dried these out and now I filled them with just liquid watercolour. So yeah, so I really like those just for getting some lovely flat bright colours in. And these are all based on photos that I took in the parks around us. It's so cute. I love squirrels. Yeah, I love this actually. I love it. I love the colours. I think it looks really graphic, really cute. And yeah, I want to do more art like this actually. This has made me inspired to do more like this. So this guy, this fella is the most ordered greetings card in my shop, and I love it. I think it's great that people love him so much, but I'm like, why are so many people sending cards with a possum on it? Like, what is it about possums that people love to send to their loved ones on a card? If you know, let me know, because I always find that really weird. But yeah, to be fair, it's one of my favourite drawings that I've done, but yeah, very strange. So these were the sketches that I did for Valentine's Day last year when I wanted to bring out some new products and some new greetings cards. And I was experimenting with this sort of like 70s groovy swirly pattern with like this typeface that I was going to put on everything, and then like things like love heart sweets and flowers. And yeah, I knew I wanted to do like animal couples, so I was trying to figure out what animals are like most known for being in couples. So it was obviously lovebirds and then otters. This is just a random thing. I don't actually like this very much, but it filled up a page, so. You can buy stickers based on these in my shop if you like that kind of thing. So this was when the David Attenborough documentary series called, was it 7 Worlds, 1 Planet? That was out last year, and I was obsessed with it, and I decided that my weekly project was going to be, I was going to draw 2 animals from that week's episode every week, and I almost kept up to it. But I just ended up running out of time. But so here's an iguana and a flamingo. I love these flamingos because they're pink. And again, I was still doing this like 70s sort of swirly pattern and really heavily doodling around my drawings. Like that was my jam at the time. Yeah, so these guys you can buy in sticker form or card form or print form from my shop. This one in particular I absolutely love. I think it's just really cute. It's just super cute. There's another 7 Worlds, 1 Planet piece. So this is do they call them blue-faced monkeys? I feel like they call them like blue-faced monkeys or something like that. It's a baby one, so cute. Arctic hares, look how round, see how round, so cute. And then I think this was, no, I did a desert frog later on. This was just some kind of a toad or a frog or something. Probably a frog, didn't really look very toady. And then little monkey. Still Here, Still Life. Not a fan of this page. It's okay. I'm not a big fan though. That's alright. I kind of want to do more Still Here, Still Life this year. So yeah, blank page. That's quite controversial, isn't it? But yeah, blank page. I think I was going to stick something in there, but then I just forgot. So these, I think the next 2 pages, 2 spreads are really messy. These were when I was doodling to see what kind of designs I wanted to put on my custom tissue paper that I made myself. Yeah, it took me a while to figure out what kind of simple shapes I wanted to do, and I was just like, I didn't want to use up too many pages in my sketchbook, so I was like overlaying with different colours. It's all using this pen. Just overlaid like with different colours so that I could still see each drawing and I wasn't like having to go to another page. Yeah, more of this. This one I really liked, and this kind of informed then the rest of the things, so they're all kind of like in this style. But yeah, I really enjoy this drawing. So simple, so cute. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And then this is the finished tissue paper design. So yeah, you can see this guy here. So I think I photographed these pages. I just took a photo on my phone and put it into like Clip Studio Paint I was using at the time. And yeah, and then did a couple of little leafies and stuff. And I'm still using this tissue paper today, and people love it. I always get compliments on it from my shop, so yeah, very cute. I'm really proud of these. So cute. So this is the third 7 Worlds, 1 Planet spread that I did. There's a crab and a camel and a cute bird. This is a desert frog, and they are cute as F, and I love them. I don't usually like frogs or toads, but I do find these really cute. So with this drawing, I actually hate it. I did it in ink, and I'm not even going to get the ink out to show you because it's such rubbish ink. Just don't bother with it. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Okay, I'm going to tell you what it is. So it's this Windsor and Newton Ink. This is the blue. The orange is a different brand, which I actually recommend a whole bunch more. Let me get that one. So this is the brand I used for the orange bits, and yeah, like I said, I would definitely recommend this a lot more. It's just easier to use, and you get better coverage with it. This guy, I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to tell you how long it took me to get the lid off this, because the lids on these, I've noticed I've got like a whole set of them. I got them in uni, and so, I mean, I got them like 10 years ago, but still, they get stuck on. I bet I can't even open it. No, I can't. They get stuck on so bad. I ripped up all of my palm of my hand trying to get the lid off because I wanted so badly to do an ink drawing, and I don't even like it. I hate it. On the other hand, I love this one. Just went back to gouache for this one, and so much nicer. In fact, I kind of want to do this as a print. I think I want to redo it and do it as a print because it's very cute. But yeah, don't buy this. Buy this. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Next page. So this was, I was doing some practice life drawing, and it's this website, I've spoken about it before, called, what is it called? It's called Line of Action, and they do human life drawing and they do animal life drawing, and it's basically, they just give you a photo of a person in a pose or an animal, and you can set it to like a timer, so it can be like 30 seconds or a minute, or you can do class mode, which like has like, it starts you off at like 30 seconds and builds you up to like half an hour poses. And they're just really good for getting down really quick gestural drawings. I really should do more of it because I found that when I spend a lot of time doing it, my drawing does improve, but that's just what this was. I think I did a lot of them just on like breaks from work when I was working from home. And I was trying out this really dark, I actually can't find it. I wanted to find it for the video, but I cannot find it anywhere. This really dark, I think it's like a 6B graphite pencil. And I just wanted to try it out to see like what different tones I could get. And I really like the tone shift, because I just find with these, you just can't get the tone shift like you can with graphite pencil, but just, I need the color. I need the color, so I like this spread a lot, but it's just not colourful enough for me, for my aesthetic. This was for Lunar New Year last year. I was gonna do a whole piece, like on watercolour paper and do it properly, but then I did this page just really quickly with this palette and this pen, and I just liked it so much that I was like, this is nice enough. I'll just photograph this and put it on my socials, and that's what I did, and it turned out really cute. Absolutely, like honestly, would so recommend these. The only thing I would say is I do recommend these pens. However, only get this pen if you're willing to refill it. Please don't get it, use it until it runs out and then throw it away, because we don't need any more plastic waste. So At the risk of coming across as a big old preacher, don't buy this pen unless you're going to refill it. You can refill it with watercolor ink, you can refill it with like any water soluble ink. Buy it, use it, refill it, and don't throw it away. Okay, but definitely recommend. Definitely recommend if you're going to be like responsible about it. Anyway, thank you for coming to my second TED Talk. So this spread again is using this pen, different colour. And just some coloured pencils, some good old Polychromos. Yeah, I actually really love this spread. I got really obsessed with these like really gnarly, bobbly like goldfish, and I was drawing them loads. And yeah, it turned out really cute. And I really like the composition of the page as well. I'm not a massive fan of how the line is going right down the middle of this guy, but I'm glad I managed to fill up all the space because that's always like a win for me. So this was March last year. I got really obsessed with bees. I get like really obsessed about certain animals and then draw them and draw them and draw them, and then I'm like, right, I'm done, and then move on to another one. I can't remember if it was this spread or a different spread. I do have another YouTube video, it's a draw with me video, where I'm talking about how I wanted to use more typography in my illustrations, and I wanted to like have more of a message in my illustration. I tried it for a while, especially like in my sketchbook. I was trying to use typography and I was trying to like develop my own style of like writing to get messages across, and it just felt really shoehorny, like it felt really forced, and yeah, I just kind of give up on it in the end. But the few pages that I did, actually I really enjoy them. Also, like these fluffy bees, so cute. I still kind of want to make this into a sticker, but we'll see. So this was, again, I was trying to figure out like what my typeface would look like while using these, and I've got some new pencils. I think this might be the page that I did the draw with me. Anyway, this time I was obsessed with harvest mice, but the obsession never died because I still love harvest mice. They're just so cute, their little faces and the way they like lay in flowers and they climb on them. Oh my god, they are so cute, like, ugh. But yeah, super happy with this spread, turned out really nice. And I really like the typography in it as well, actually. And this guy, look at him! Oh my god, so cute. So these are, I can't remember what the name of them is, but I got Disney Plus. This must have been like May last year. I got Disney Plus and I started watching these documentaries about the Disney theme parks, and there was one about Animal Kingdom, and they kept showing these little African deer. And I was obsessed with them again. My next obsession. And yeah, I just thought they were so cute. So I drew some, and I really like this. The framing of it, very cute. Some little tigers. I love tigers. I'll always draw tigers because they're fun to draw and so majestic. So this is gouache and pencil, and this is marker. So I used to use these markers a hell of a lot. Like I used to use them all the time. So there's these ones that just have like a bullet tip. So they just have like a little tip like that. So then these ones have more of a brush tip. So they both have this end as well. The brand is Windsor and Newton Promarker. Love me a bit of Windsor and Newton. Apart from this. Yeah, and I used to use these a lot, but obviously, like I was saying with these guys, it's just not, like, it's just too wasteful. Like you're throwing away so much plastic when this runs out of ink, and I haven't figured out a way of refilling these, so I still have a bunch of them, but I really don't use them as much now, and if I do, I use them just like for highlights, just to add a little blob of colour. I do like using them, they are really great for if you just want to like throw some colour down, but yeah, I can't justify the waste. It's just silly, we should all be using less plastic, not, you know. Anyway, thanks for coming to my third TED Talk. So these were the thumbnails for my prints that I made, especially for the gallery box in Felixstowe. I didn't sell that many, I got them all back, but they're in my shop if you wanna take a look. But yeah, I think this is probably one of the only times I've ever actually, well, apart from like So apart from like this is probably one of the only times I've ever used my sketchbook for like what you probably would typically use a sketchbook for, which is thumbnails and like planning. Mostly I just use it to make art, but small. But yeah, I love this drawing. Yeah, I love the composition of these with the orange backgrounds. Look very cute, very proud of them, very aesthetic, very just nice. And this one, again, I'm still trying with the typography, but it's just not working. I do like the illustration though. I like the faint lines, like the light coloured lines, very cool. So this was Mermaid last year, so I decided for Mermaid that I was going to draw a lot of sea creatures, and I really wanted to incorporate the idea of plastic pollution. So this is a sea dragon, I'm pretty sure it's called a sea dragon, and then just really lightly in the background I did these like different bits of like plastic waste, and I was going to call it a Nemo fish, a clownfish, but he's in like a what do you call those, like a like when they're like the can packaging, can rings, I don't know what they call those. There's this thing like that keeps happening to me, is like I keep wanting to like inject meaning and like something meaningful and important into my work, so I feel like I'm like helping somehow, because I keep getting really bad like climate anxiety. This is just my way of doing that, I guess, just injecting these little bits of, I don't know, maybe it's kind of preachy, but I do like this. I think this turned out really nice. This guy's available as a print in my shop. Yeah, I really love this illustration. I think it's lovely. Again, trying to just inject a little bit of meaning behind it. Love the colours though, very cute. And yeah, then again, just using a sketchbook as a sketchbook with just a little bit of sketchy for a bigger piece that I wanted to do that I don't think I actually ever made. I think I started making it and then gave up because I didn't like it. So here I think I remember I got into like a real funk with my drawing. I think it was just before I ended up having to actually go back into the office after working from home for like a year and a half. I had a lot of anxiety at that time, really didn't know like what was going on with COVID and in the world, and I was just like, I was doing a lot of drawing just on my lap on the sofa, so I wasn't recording anything, I wasn't really using paint or anything, I was just basically using like these. It's so weird, like I think creative people will probably recognize this, but it's like when you feel like you need to make something but you just don't have the energy to like do it properly, if you know what I mean. Like you want to draw, but you want to draw like super casually. I found that just taking my pencils and sitting on the sofa was like the best way of me doing it. But I love like these drawings, I actually really love, and I think it was because I just did it like completely without pressure, as almost as therapy. And again, I was just trying to get like a bit of some kind of a message into them as well, because like I don't know if it's because like we don't have raccoons in this country, but I think raccoons are like the cutest freaking things. And I remember someone commenting on my Instagram, they must be American or at least live in America, and they were like, oh, I hate raccoons, I always see them digging through the trash. And I'm like, what? If I saw a raccoon in real life, I would freak out. I would be like, oh my god, I would be so like starstruck by the raccoon. And I was like, raccoons aren't a pest. And like, obviously we don't have them here, so I don't really know how like annoying they are. I'm sure they are super annoying if they're like being loud, because we get that kind of with foxes. But yeah, I just feel bad for them. Everyone thinks they're like a pest, but they're so cute. Look at their little face and their little hands. I love their little hands. Oh my gosh. Oh, I could just bite them. I love them. So yeah, this was me trying to sort of come out of this funk, being like, okay, I've done some drawing, I like it. I'd watched a video that Audra or Claire, I hope I'm saying that right, Audra or Claire had done, where she was painting something, but she does all these little like cool like abstract sort of swirlies, and I was kind of trying to emulate that a little bit, but I mean, I don't think I really did it very well. And just like her way of like putting the paint down like with all like different colours, I really like, and I was just trying to get a bit more of that into my work. And I think particularly with some of the peaches, I do think it turned out quite well, and some of the leaves. Yeah, I'm just experimenting. Teach me little ducks. I seem to remember I was going to do these way more detailed, and then like I'd put the first layer of paint down and got so bored of waiting for it to dry that I just went in with the coloured pencils just to finish it. They're cute though, I like them. This is probably my favourite, potentially my favourite spread in this whole sketchbook. This page in particular, I love it, absolutely love it. And I'd just gone in, it was the first time I'd started doing more wet on wet stuff, so I was like putting down the orange and then putting the green over the top whilst the orange was still wet, and sort of like letting them merge and play together. And I feel like this page has really informed like what my art looks like now, because I am now doing a lot more wet on wet, and I'm using a lot more of these sort of colours at the minute. I've sort of gone away from like the light pink and the leaf green to now like sort of a reddish colour, like a rusty red pink, and then the orange and the dark, very dark, almost bluish green with bits of blue. Yeah, just it's like so weird looking back, like looking for all these pages and then being like, oh, that's where I kind of figured it out. Not that I think I figured out my style at all yet, but like that's where I went, oh, I like this, let's do more. I was trying to do landscapes at the time as well, because I absolutely hate landscapes. When I was at uni, we had a whole module where we had to go, I went to uni in Cambridge, and we had a whole module where we had to go sit in Cambridge city centre. It's not a city, it's a town. Anyway, we had to go sit in the centre of Cambridge and we had to draw buildings, and I hated it. I hated every minute of it, and I would just grouch and smoke cigarettes and be mad. But I like this, I like how it turned out. I don't smoke anymore, by the way, I just used to. Sorry. But yeah, absolutely love this spread. Really successful. Again, another one, so this was me having done this and then being like let's do it again, because when I do something that I like, I'm always like, right, let's try and recreate it, because I can't tell you how many times I've done something that I like and then I'm like, oh, let's do it again, and it doesn't work. So I try and recreate it to figure it out. And also I started doing these, I don't think I did the swirlies as much here. I did a few swirlies, but I did some more swirlies, so it was trying to kind of take the idea of the abstract blobbies and stuff here and mix it with this that I'd really like doing to make something more unique. Yeah, I really like how this turned out as well. I kind of think their eyes look a bit strange though. I don't know, I could do that better maybe. Another one, I think there's a paint with me video of this on my YouTube somewhere. Yeah, I love the colours on this one. Really, really enjoy the colours. This is super cute. I'm just really happy with how I filled this space as well. Like, that's always, like I said, it's just always a win when you manage to fill all the space on a spread without getting bored of it and wanting to go to the next page. So these were, I think these were tests for my art pieces that I did for the Art Eat Walk in Ipswich, where I made some paintings that went in the window of a vegan cafe. Oh no, I do apologise, I didn't use it. I did a cow picture, a sheep picture, and I was going to do a chicken picture as well, and I started making it and I used some of this and didn't end up finishing it. But yeah, little chickies, so cute. I love them. I love the shadow in this as well. I need to practice shadow a bit more, I think. Yeah, some more landscapes. These are pictures that I took, based on pictures that I took. I went to this place called Alton Water, which is like big old sort of a reservoir lake thing, and we walked around it and stopped and had lunch. And it was great, and there were loads of little ducks and geese. Very nice. Very cool. I think this is the last drawing. This is a sketch I did, because sometimes, like, if I can't be bothered to use paint, I'll just like sketch out a spread and be like, oh, I'll paint it another day. And I sketched this out with the intention of painting it and got completely bored of the sketchbook before I went and started painting it, because I'm like, I've said this in other sketchbook tours, but when I get to this point, I don't want to play in this sketchbook anymore. Like, this is the prime Nikki board wants a change. So unfortunately I didn't finish this one, but it's fine, I don't mind. I feel like a past version of me would be really irritated by this not being finished, but I'm just like, yeah, whatever, I'm done, it's fine. Oh, I do apologise, it wasn't the last one. This is the last one. Yes, it is. So I must have drawn this and then not wanted to paint it and drawn these and thought I'll go back and draw this, and then not done it. But yeah, I really like this in particular, and this is all just with coloured pencil, so yeah, very happy with it. God, I feel so inspired to like draw now. Yeah, I feel very inspired by past Nikki. And yeah, these are just some test prints that I stuck in just to fill up the last couple of pages, because I think actually they had, maybe not these ones, but I think these ones have like pen marks underneath that I knew I wasn't going to be able to cover up, so that's it. And there's just some scribbles. I always use this bit of a sketchbook to like scribble and test pens out. But yeah, that's it. I'm actually really proud of this now. Like, I'd sort of forgotten about all the good work that was in it. And I haven't really done a lot of sketchbook drawing since this, so yeah, I'm excited. I have started one new sketchbook, which is one of my old ones that I made it myself just out of like some watercolour paper. And I've just done this in it so far, but it's like quite thick watercolour paper, so there's really not that many spreads in it. And then I have this one that's just cartridge paper. Again, I made it myself probably about 10 years ago. But yeah, if you are wondering, by the way, I bought this while I was at uni. I had a bunch, basically at my uni there was this like a little art shop, and you got credits as part of like a bursary for being at the uni to buy art supplies. Because I was from a low income household, I got quite a large bursary to spend there, so I just bought loads and loads of art supplies whilst I was at uni, and then also just before I finished, because I was going to basically lose the credits if I didn't spend them. I just bought loads of sketchbooks and art supplies and other bits and bats, you know, reams of paper that I've been slowly going through, and I'm only now 10 years later finished with. So that I've done quite well, really. Because it was 10 years ago, it's kind of difficult for me to place the brand, but I think the brand, it used to be called Seawhite of Brighton, but I think they now just go by Seawhite, and I don't know what it's like now because I haven't had any new reams of paper from them for like 10 years, but their cartridge paper, which is what I think this is made out of, their cartridge paper is amazing. It holds pencil really well, it holds watercolours, gouache, any kind of liquid medium really well. Would highly recommend. I get asked a lot which sketchbooks I use, and a lot of them I can't really place because I bought them so long ago, but I know that the ones that are Seawhite are the good ones, so definitely recommend. I am now looking for a new sketchbook, and I've had a look online and I can't find really any Seawhite ones, so if you are UK or I guess Europe based and you know of a good sketchbook brand that I can get in the UK, do let me know. I have a couple left in my cupboard that have been like bought for me over the years, but they are now all spiral bound and don't like spiral bound sketchbooks, so I'm avoiding I'm definitely avoiding using them. But I think if I can't get a good sketchbook that I like, I think I'm gonna make one. I'm just gonna grab some Seawhite paper and just make another one. Yeah, it's actually quite fun to do, but I'll definitely, if I'm gonna make another one, I'll definitely make a video of it so that you can see and maybe make one yourself. Who knows? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Sorry if it was a little bit rambly. I'm really not used to talking in front of the camera. I really haven't done studio vlogs for a little while. I've just been in the studio by myself, mostly filming stuff on the camera just without commentary and filming stuff for TikTok. So if I'm really rambly and awkward and slightly out of breath for some reason, I don't know why, I'm really sorry about that, but I hope it was fun for you to watch. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's inspired you to get drawing, because it certainly has me. Yeah, I hope you're all keeping safe. I know everyone's acting like we're at the end of COVID, but I don't think we are, so keep on being careful and wearing your masks and such like and so forth. And give us a like if you like this video, give us a like if you didn't like the video, give us a little comment, let me know what sketchbook you use, and any recommendations for new sketchbooks that I could get, or any recommendations for little spreads that I could make. Anything you want to see me draw, let me know. Any questions you might have, any thing you want me to talk about in a video, let me know. Thanks again for watching. Give us a subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, take care of yourself, eat your veggies, eat your fruits, drink your water, be nice, be kind to all kinds. How cheesy that was. That's cheesy with a Z. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Just banged my elbow, that really hurt. Oh, I hope you didn't hear that, because that fucking kills. What a knob. Goodbye.